Tell me when we're ready. All right, hey everybody, we're at episode 4, Take It From the Top cast chat, and it's the ladies' day. We're missing our producer, Terry Mariquin. I invited her, and she said she would be watching. So, but we have Jill Whelan, we have CAROLYN Hennesy, we have Angeline Rose Troy.
Hi.
Hello, ladies.
LEAH MANGUM.
LEAH MANGUM, how are you? I'm going to take some questions from last week. We had Ben Sutherland.
Yeah.
He wanted to know if Jill and I had ideas for the cast when we started. And were there certain people that we wanted to work with?
Well, we did. We knew that Leah, you were going to be in it.
Yes, I was going to be.
I was going to be in it.
Yes.
And then we just wrote the story, and it just seemed a natural. The minute I met Carolyn, and you knew her, Leah,
Right.
forever. But the minute I saw her and met her, I was like, oh, it has to be. It has to be. Oh God, I hope she'll say yes.
Yes. Please be my mother.
But I have to say that I wrote it the whole time with her in mind. I remember I kept telling you, Carolyn, you're like, I have to meet her. And then it was wonderful when you got to meet her.
Yes.
It
And then
was a love connection.
It was perfect. And so she came
And
back.
still
That's
is.
who I've been talking about this whole time.
exactly.
And then we wrote the part for Angeline.
We did.
We met
Specifically.
Angeline.
Well, it's just so much like me anyway.
Not at- that you're beautiful and sexy.
And
So
you
we're
are
like,
so
have fun
far
with that.
from this character in terms of the attitude.
so far
You're the
from this
nicest person on the planet.
Yes.
It was a blast. It was so much fun to play.
And we
Yeah.
keep writing new episodes now, and it's really fun because Jill and I know these characters even more than we did before. So it's fun writing for you guys. It's been really fun. So
Well, because the ladies and the men, everybody has brought such life to the characters that we know them better because each one of the other actors has brought so much to them that they've become even more than we were thinking about. So.
Hey, I get to play racist again. Yay!
we have a great line for you coming up too. Don't worry.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we do. We have Rob Razika. He just wanted to say that he loves Jill and he's been a huge fan of yours.
Oh, Rob, he's so nice. We know each other on social media. He
Oh,
just seems like a very nice human being, and he's been very supportive to us. So thanks, Rob.
oh, that's wonderful. And then Kelly James loves the show, and she's someone that I've known for years. We did a tour of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat together with Donny Osmond, and she's been a wonderful, wonderful fan, and she's been following us, which is great. So, and we have Scott Seidel. He's a huge fan of Carolyn's and wants to know what's been going on with you, upcoming projects, something that you've really enjoyed being a part of. He's just a huge fan and wants to know
This
more.
number one, and I'm so glad that this is getting out there. First of all, thank you. Much love coming back to you. Stay healthy, stay sane. Projects coming up? No, because I mean, healthy. Maybe I'll be going to New Orleans on a movie.
Oh, cool.
Maybe I won't. We'll see. We all have to kind of get on the other side of this yet, and then we're going to see what the new normal is.
But you have
So,
General Hospital coming up, right?
General Hospital, and then a movie called The Swing of Things, which was well, I think I've told you ladies this about shooting at the Swinger Resort in Jamaica.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So that's coming up, and then hopefully going back to New Orleans with Darren Bousman, who's of the Saw franchise, to do a horror play.
Fabulous.
We'll see.
Oh, that's great.
There's-
And we didn't ask you last week. We wanted to know how you got started.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's easy.
I think my audio went out.
No, we hear you fine.
With us.
Oh, you can hear me?
What?
Hang on, I'm gonna get real close. Did you say something?
No, we were asking Carolyn where she got started.
Where I got started. I here. My aunt was an actress. My father was a production designer. So I was a studio brat. So I would go and visit my dad all the time. And the first set I ever walked onto was Fantastic Voyage, for which he won an Academy Award. So I'm the only person that I know personally who has rehearsed her Academy Award speech holding one. So that's and that's it. And I just would go and visit my father as much as possible. He's got a street named after him over here at Warner Brothers
Oh,
called Hennessy Street, which is and it's the street he designed for Annie. And then he was nominated for the third time for Logan's Run. But then he did King Kong and Young Frankenstein and all these wonderful, wonderful seminal films. Yes.
wow.
God.
That's incredible.
Okay, I'm going to show you something, Carolyn. Okay, I gotta undo my computer, but just on the wall here in my dining room. Is it up there, Leah? I can't tell if I.
Trying to see it. Move it up a little bit, but yeah, tell the story. It's
I see
wonderful.
something.
Okay,
This is a great story. Go ahead, Julie.
this is Mel Brooks and the cast of Young Frankenstein having lunch on this near the lot where they shot that. It's in my dining room. It's one of the pieces of art hanging in my dining room.
Oh my God.
That's how much I love that movie.
Yes. Well, yes. I was visiting my dad one day, and it was the period of Hollywood history where they still.
She froze.
Oh.
She froze.
Right in front of the Frankenstein mansion, right?
Uh-huh.
And I hear this beautiful singing coming from somewhere, and I creep my little 12-year-old self over to the ladies' room, and Madeline Kahn is just rehearsing. She's singing her lungs out in the ladies' room. And then she comes out. I mean, that's all she was doing, I'm sure, is she was just rehearsing. But I was just mesmerized. Marty Feldman, so lovely. Gene Wilder, so lovely. So
How lucky you are. Oh my God.
That
very,
is
very
so
grateful.
cool.
Very grateful.
So Annie, so he did the production design for Annie,
Uh-huh.
the movie.
In fact, he did, absolutely. I have a funny Young Frankenstein story, kind of esque, very quick. It's actually a Cloris Leachman story.
Oh,
And
Cloris.
how much do we love Cloris Leachman? Cloris Leachman was cast in a series called Thanks, short-lived. I don't think it ever went anywhere, but I did an episode. I think I did the pilot. And I was visiting, and I was at craft service, and there's Cloris, and I said, if I don't say anything, I'll never get another chance.
Right.
And I said, Miss Leachman, I said, I have to tell you this. You say my favorite line in any movie ever, and without a beat, because she had her back to me. I think she was like putting a bagel in the toaster, and she whirled her.
Oh no. Oh no.
Ah, she froze.
Wait,
And I went,
Carolyn, you have to say it again. You froze.
I
You
said,
froze.
okay, I said, you say my favorite line. And she, without missing a beat, without saying anything, like, well, what is it? She whirled on me and she said, stay close to the candles. The staircase can be treacherous. I went, and I just said, how did you know? Of every movie you have ever done, how did you know? And she said, because it's my favorite line too. And I said,
God.
that's it. That's it.
She's,
Wow.
she's
So
so
fun.
fun.
That's really
We did she did a cruise with us, a real cruise on Love Boat, actually. And she is so flipping funny. Oh my God.
She's crazy. She's wonderful. She's
So wait,
wonderful.
what's a real cruise on the Love Boat versus a not real cruise on the Love Boat?
So we had a set, but we
Yeah.
also
Oh, I
6
see.
weeks a year, we would actually go out and film.
Ah, I didn't realize that.
Yes,
Oh, that's
that
really
happened in the latter part.
got it.
Yeah.
And so you would just shoot while the boat was moving?
Yes, we would shoot just episodes. Like, so it was 6 weeks at a time. So we would do two-hour specials. So we
Right.
shot,
That's
you know.
life. That's a wonderful life. That's
Would you
great.
Really cool.
Would you have the crew or would it be actual passengers just on and you would just take over certain sections of the boat?
we had a crew and we had passengers. We had all of that. And in those days, this is how crazy it was. In those days, all we did was give them a raffle ticket. And at the end, if they wanted to be in the shots, because otherwise we had to close off sections,
Got
just so that we could match everything background wise and what have you. So for those who did want to participate, they would get a raffle ticket every time they participated. And at the end of the cruise, we raffled off a TV.
But they were on the Love Boat. Like, how cool is that? They were on the show.
I guess, but for those of us who are on it all the time, we're thinking, wow, you stood in the hot sun like that for 8 hours to maybe possibly win a TV.
Yeah, but that's cool. How cool is that? I'd love to be standing on the Lido deck. That would be fun.
On the Lido deck.
Yes. Or the Acapulco
Cocktail
Lounge.
in one hand.
Do you have any fun Hollywood stories or like any story that stands out, like meeting someone or working with someone?
Me or everybody?
Oh, Angeline.
Oh,
Angela,
me?
take it.
I did a movie with Christopher Lloyd,
Ah.
and he's amazing, and he completely hit on my mom.
Good for mom.
That was interesting. That was definitely interesting.
That is interesting. How was that? Was he? Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
I mean, he was hilarious and just like very serious, about his flirtation technique. And my mom was just on set with me because I was younger, and she's like, "What's going on? Like, is this guy for real? Like, he's like 100. I mean, he's always looked 100, but it was cute."
Oh, that's great.
Cute. Love that.
One of my friends' fun stories, I was doing the Drew Carey show and my husband was on the show and I already knew Drew Carey and I had a few lines and I was so excited. We had a date together and he's the most amazing, nicest, sweetest man in the world, hysterical, just a nice man, Drew. And I'm sitting at the table with him and I had like my few lines and I was so excited. And every time and I had the very first line of the scene and he would talk and talk and talk and tell me great jokes until the second before they said action. And I was just my heart and I'm sweating because I'm like, I have to think about my lines. I know you don't need to, but he's just one joke after another until like literally they cut him off with the action and my line. And I did it, but gosh, that was just so nerve-wracking. It was really
Oh my
nerve-wracking.
God. That would, I think that would scare the crap out of me. I don't know.
They were on season 7 and he's done, over 1,000 shows and he can mess up and it's funny and I mess up. It's like terrible. Anyway, it was fun working with him because he's such a great guy, but like that was the most terrifying thing I ever had to do.
Well, I will tell you, that reminds me of one of my favorite stories. When I worked with some amazing people my whole life, but when I was an adult and I had my first child and we would sit and watch Disney movies together all the time, I got to work with Dick Van Dyke on Murder She Wrote.
Oh my God.
Diagnosis Murder, I think.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was so starstruck because as looking at him now as a mother through Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Mary Poppins, and what it meant to my child, it was like I couldn't speak. That never happened to me before. I mean, I've worked with Ethel Merman and Olivia de Havilland and Lillian Gish. I mean,
and Gene Kelly, that's my favorite.
Yeah, and Ginger
Kelly.
Rogers. Yeah, and I got to dance with Ginger Rogers. I mean, so
Oh
not
my
like it was my
God.
first time at the rodeo, but as a grown-up person having some perspective of what it means, what these amazing actors mean to people. Right. I know he thought I was the biggest idiot because I couldn't get a line out. I tripped over him in the scene. I was a complete idiot, but that was my.
Somehow I strongly doubt that. I just don't.
You're so cute. No, I mean, I've never in my life ever had that happen, and it was crazy.
You have to, this is totally, I've been going on like YouTube, just binges and just crazy down rat holes. But there's a wonderful video if you do Dick Van Dyke and wife belly dancing. But his wife is this beautiful woman and a belly dancer. And he is completely straight faced. And she's this lovely, gorgeous, voluptuous woman and does this beautiful belly dance. And he does it right next to her. And he shot it about a year ago and does it with a complete straight face. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's funniest, most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I have to watch it.
It's worth looking
have
at.
to watch
It's really fun. So
I have a question for everybody.
Yes.
Because I know what it is for me, but I want to know what products did you buy before quarantine that you now realize you cannot ever live without again? For me, and this is no plug. It's the Soda Stream. Because do you have a Soda Stream? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's the best ever. And you make the carbonated water, and then you get like, there's this stuff called Mio, and it's these like flavor drops.
At the grocery
Now,
store.
call it a damn day. That's it. It's like no more plastic in the environment, no more metal, no more aluminum, no. And it's like, thank you, Jesus.
It's
Oh,
my
that's
favorite.
Ever.
Agreed. One thing I'll say I am missing quite a lot is hair color.
Oh, well, yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And
there's-
and haircut.
Yeah. Well, but you have short hair, so you have to have a haircut.
Not anymore. No. No.
There's hair all over my floor. I have 3 men. I have 2 teenagers and my husband, and there's hair all over the floor because they just cut their hair just throughout the day. They just grab scissors, and sometimes we all take a stab at it. We just all cut one person's hair.
That's hilarious.
What the hell are you eating? You have that much hair, you can cut it every day.
It's all the men. They all have beautiful
Calcium.
Calcium. Yeah.
I made the mistake of cutting my fiance's hair.
Uh-huh.
I saw that. It was so cute.
Oh.
That was
But he's
tough.
still your fiance. He's still your fiance, so no
He
harm.
is, he is.
No, yeah.
By some, a hair, he's still my fiance. But I will say the thing that we purchased before the quarantine that has come most in handy is this massive wine fridge.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I
And
absolutely
there's
love it.
something to do with your migraine.
Nice.
That might have something to do with your migraine.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
Mine are those Mr. Clean sponges because you can use it on dishes, you can use it on carpet, you can use it on the floor. Because I'm just using windows, you name it. I'm just like, because I'm not the best cleaner in the world. And just this one product, you just wet it and just put it anywhere. It's been fabulous. So anyway, that's been my
That
new
is
thing.
fantastic.
Something that-
I would say the Soda Stream.
Soda stream. Soda stream.
All right.
That's it.
I'm sold. I'm gonna get one.
Oh,
I'm in love
yes.
with it.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for doing this and joining
Time
us.
has flown by. It's flown by.
So much fun,
We'll
always.
be here next week. And thank you so much, everybody. All right.
Thanks,
take
ladies.
care.
Feel better, my darling girl, Angeline.
Yeah, feel better.
Love you, beautiful ladies.
you guys.
Love you, gorgeous Carolyn. Love you, Leah.
Fun, ladies.